on me. Why would I continue to tell
start.
you? No, I'm gonna fucking start because you want to tell me, you asked me what the fuck, and then you fucking pop off. So why the fuck would I not get mad at you? Do this every motherfucking day. Like, don't fucking start with me. Every motherfucking day.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Yes, I said, I'm fucking cool. I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm fucking cool. And last night, we all fucking stayed up trying to think over all the fucking options to make sure you're fucking cool.
You
and
look
every
sure
fucking day, you popping off on us.
You don't have to make sure I'm cool.
Okay, fine.
What you need to do is calm down.
You know what?
That's
what you need to fucking do is calm down and stop popping off on everybody.
Nobody's popping. Somebody call me a bitch. I'm just gonna start yanking.
Then do it.
Then say it.
I said, then do it.
Then say it.
Do it.
Then say it.
Care.
Because,
like,
then say it because
I don't.
Hey you guys, I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I've been watching lately on YouTube. I've been seeing the clips of Celebrity Big Brother. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I never watched this. There are certain instances and scenarios that I want to share with you guys to hopefully help other Black people who are in similar situations where you're surrounded by a different race that is the majority and you have to maneuver a certain way. And I want to use Tamar as an example of how not to be. I also want to give you guys my opinion on Lolo Jones, so definitely stay tuned for the video. It's 2019. Go down to CarMarshal while you are trying to select a car from their inventory of over 100,000 different cars. They will back you. While you shop, they will negotiate. CarMarshal.com. No longer do you need to go and buy separate products for your hair care needs or your skincare needs. Keisha Rose Skincare has it all in one, and best part of all, if you go to Amazon.com/triple-butter face body hair and use Paris at checkout, you will receive 20% off. Buy Triple Butter 3-in-1 moisturizer for all your face, body, and hair needs. Incense, candles, car fresheners, African black soap, body moisturizers, lip balm. Ashkickin.com has it all. Be sure if you go to ashkickin.com, use Paris One at checkout to receive 15% off. I never watched Celebrity Big Brother. I had to go on Wikipedia and figure out what the point of the show is. So in this show, you are supposed to complete challenges. People will get head of household. They also can evict people, and there's a position that you can be in where you can veto a vote. Basically, the goal is to stay in the house as long as possible, and whoever wins for this season, I believe they win $250,000. So of course a lot of people have been watching it because Tamar Braxton and Kandi Burruss is on it, and Kandi obviously is on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Tamar Braxton, she's very entertaining. Her personality is definitely an acquired taste. When she first came out, a lot of people thought she was over the top, but then people grew to love her because her catchphrases and just her mannerisms, and she just seems like a fun personality to like watch. But personally, I don't think I could be friends with someone like that because that's just too much for me to handle. Like, I don't like people that are, you know, hot one minute and cold one minute, but she is good for TV. Here's a mistake that Tamar made, in my honest opinion, and unfortunately I feel like too many Black people do this. A problem that we have in the Black community is that when we have problems with one another, we will air out our problems to other races of people looking for sympathy from them, and we do it in a way that we're trying to be malicious to one another, and then it backfires because those same non-Black people that we aired our business to, when you get into beef with them, they're going to be the first one to turn on you. Now, in certain instances, I believe that you do need to go to non-Black people if somebody is trying to threaten you, if somebody has stolen money from you, if somebody is doing something that's putting your safety or your finances in jeopardy. Okay, obviously you're going to need to get the law involved. In this situation where it's like these people are in a house, they have to complete challenges, she and Kandi had some issues going on, and I really feel like in the conversation, people would interpret it as Tamar being over the top, but she and Kandi have a history because if you guys know anything about the Queen's Court, Kaya and T.S. Madison, there was a celebrity roast that Kaya did. She did it on Toya. I think she's also done it with Tiny. She's also roasted T.I. and she's also roasted Kandi, you know, where she do the little "every man wants a woman." Tamar was on tour with Escape, which Kandi is a part of. So Tamar thought it would be a good idea to invite Kaya and T.S. Madison to her set, and because of the comments that Kaya made, the group Escape decided to kick out Kaya and T.S. Madison. They roasted Tamar before, so Tamar was cool with this. She knows it's just like all fun and giggles, but I do understand that you should only roast people if you have some sort of friendship with them. You can't roast people that you don't know and then just say, well, why are you mad? It's funny. It's like, I don't know you. So because of that, Kandi and Tamar ended up having some sort of issues because she felt like Kandi was disrespecting her by kicking them out. So because of this issue, Tamar brings this to Celebrity Big Brother, where she's still harboring feelings about what Kandi's group decided to do during a conversation that they had over something that was pretty minuscule when you think about it. But I do understand Tamar's point where it's like, you know, I don't get along with these people. Why are you even bringing them up? So during this conversation, they were talking about relevancy, and I want to show you guys a clip about what they were talking about.
They always want you to show up for something. And I always be telling my friends, like, why is it like extra important that I have to be there? I was like, why I gotta always be there? Everything. But I'm like, I'm not the only relevant person in Atlanta.
Well,
that is doing their thing.
I didn't say that. I said relevant. And that is a difference than doing your thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like, okay, Jackie been doing her thing for a long time. Right? Now, she's become relevant.
Okay, think about how many reality shows alone are in Atlanta.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that you're relevant because you got a reality show. Some reality shows on TV and don't nobody give a hot damn.
But there are a lot of them that's in Atlanta that's actually popping though.
Where? Outside of Atlanta.
Them show is popping.
Where?
Their show is doing good numbers.
That does not have anything to do with relevancy. Okay, relevancy is like...
What's the difference in that and Jay? And don't get me wrong, I love Dr.
No,
Jackie.
I'm not talking bad about... I'm just trying to show you... And I know the numbers because I'm a producer, so I look at numbers of all TV shows.
Right.
But what I'm saying is relevancy.
A lot of people pay attention to, like I said, the Family Hustle show. A lot of people
That's not what I'm saying. They pay attention to Tiny. Tiny is relevant. Like, it's different.
They pay attention to Monica.
Meaning, like...
Definitely. They pay attention to Toya.
Like, okay, well, I don't want to have this conversation with you because then we're going to start and I'm not going to start. I can and I will not be a part of any negativity in my life. And if it is negativity, it has to leave. And that's what I'm trying to say. She just sat up here and tried to make me look shady in front of her goddamn friends. And I'm sick of doing that. I don't hate on women. These two girls is crazy about me. I'm crazy about them. Like, what are you talking about? We don't sit up here and argue with each other like that. She do that shit. She been doing that shit since we walked through this damn door. And I'm not having it. You're not going to sit up here and make me look crazy. You're not going to do that.
But you don't think she does that to everybody?
No, not like she do to me. And if you don't watch this show, why the fuck are you here?
I had to endure being uncomfortable at work. Hold on. Yiddy-yaddling behind the stage. When it's time for me to go to work.
Tamar thinks that our group was purposely trying to be mean to her. We was trying to purposely mess up her set. But the bottom line is, we would not do all of those things on purpose to make her life bad on the tour. We were happy that she was there. So whatever she's thinking is clearly a misunderstanding.
Trying to figure out what's funny because it's getting a little disrespectful.
No, it's not.
Well, a little bit because I'm trying to tell you how I'm trying to tell you how I feel and you're laughing.
Well, no, I'm laughing because the thing about it is you taking it as though I know what's going in your head.
I'm trying to play the game. You try to be social and try to be nice, and it's what? Oh, I told you. And I ain't coming for all that cackling and hackling. I can't. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a...
This ain't going well.
I can't do the laugh. Like that is not. Now, but see, that's where it's not going to go well because that laughing shit. Because when somebody's telling you how, when somebody tell you how they feel, for you to laugh is
because I wasn't trying to attack you.
I think that Tamar's taking what Kandi is saying as shade because after Tamar got fired from The Real, they had Monica on there as a co-host and they also had Toya on there as a co-host, and Tamar was upset about that because like, you're supposed to be my friend, why are you going on the show that like fired me? So, you know, she called her paperback Toya and it was this whole fiasco. So Tamar's feeling like, why are you even bringing these people up knowing I don't rock with them? However, I do feel like she overreacted and stupidly she thought it would be a good idea to vent to these white folks, okay? And granted, I know she did vent to Ricky too, But somebody said Ricky has a white wife, and the way that he speaks to Tamar compared to the white women, I just don't like it. His tone is very coddling to them, but with her, he's very stern with her. Lolo, she's a white passing biracial, and then there's also this white woman, Eva Marie, on there. So she's talking to them about Kandi like going off, and I'm just like, I wish she wouldn't have divulged to them these issues that they had, because it's only building up ammo against herself when they plan to turn on her. And that's exactly what happened, where eventually they got tired of Tamar talking bad about people. They got tired of her blowing up, because then she started having issues where she would go off on them. And granted, some of them deserved it. Like Ricky, he would play the victim.
She just fucking flashed on me when I was back.
I know she did. That's why I left. Well, I didn't know she did, but I knew it was getting to that point. And you know, when I get mad, I'm 10.
What I'm not okay with, last night we all...
She's okay. Now she's not okay. Then she's okay. I mean, I can see why she's had a TV show for 10 years. Like, I'm just keeping it real. She's great for TV.
I know.
She's great for TV. Because
I do not like that, though.
this cannot keep, like, it's driving me crazy.
It's driving, and then she's like, why aren't we making that a big... She's just upset because Tom and Kato
Don't like her.
And they think that,
But they don't
talk to her.
like her. It's not that. They felt she was solid with Kandi. So why would they waste their time?
And she's making it like
personal.
Right.
And she's saying she's not making it personal, but she's making it personal.
Because
and then she's doing the double attack on us and saying we're making it personal.
What the fuck?
And it's just like, it's draining. It's absolutely draining.
Can I ask you one question, please? Please.
What's up?
Do you have trust issues?
Where'd that come from?
Are you kidding me? It comes from your behavior.
What did I do?
You just feel like you have trust issues. I mean,
What
you
are you
talked about betrayal. It just feels like you have trust issues.
Bro, this big brother. What is you talking about?
Talking about the whole thing.
What you talking about?
Listen, all right. Don't play me.
Be clear.
No,
what are you talking about?
No, I'm not going to be clear. You acting like this, you're not being clear. Fuck this, Tamar.
Okay, let me tell you something. You're doing this reverse psychology.
It's not, see what I mean?
All
see
my
what I
home,
mean?
I have a lot
I'm
of
trying to be
homeboys.
real. I'm trying to be...
So I'm asking you to be clear.
I'm trying to be clear. You're acting like you don't hear me. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. That's all I'm trying to... It doesn't feel good. That's all I'm trying to say.
Don't yell at me.
It feels like you don't...
Don't yell at me.
It feels like there's a lack of trust. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, that's not on me. What I'm telling you is, you came in here and basically asked me a question and then went on an attack.
I went on an attack?
Well, because I was like...
Time out.
Wait a minute. The attack was... The attack was, I let you talk. Don't do that to me. I let you talk. Don't do that to me. Sometimes you just don't know better. And when you know better, you do better.
But that's my point, though. If you always hide behind what you don't know, that's what you use to...
But you really don't know. You just really don't know.
Then go look for it. Then go look for it. Then go look for it. What if you look for it?
Why you keep getting loud with me? Stop getting crunk with me.
This is the same thing. This is kind of the same thing that happened with Tom.
That's not a good way to start a conversation with somebody that you're trying to like get them to understand your point of view. You shouldn't beat around the bush, and you also shouldn't come off with, hey, you got trust issues. And so she ended up getting into it with him, and she also was getting irritated with this Eva Marie. Now, Eva Marie, to my understanding, she's part of like WWE. She's one of these white people that I can't stand when sometimes they're around black people and they try to take on that black twang to try to relate to you. That's so freaking obnoxious to me. I can't stand when white people do that. Eva Marie is now starting to turn on Tamar, as well as Lolo. Now with Lolo and Tamar, I think Lolo doesn't really understand how Tamar is. And granted, again, Tamar's personality is one of those that she will make you want to snap on her just because she will talk to people like they are her kids. She does kind of have this diva mentality, and she seems like the way that she comes across, her delivery is very wrong, but I can tell she doesn't mean any harm. However, for people that don't know you, they may take offense to how your personality is. As I predicted, that's exactly what happened, because with Tamar, she made some comments to Lolo Jones when she was like, I'll punch you in your throat.
Honestly, I will speak up for her. You and Kandi gotta follow too, because
don't get punched in your throat. Calm down. Everybody calm down.
punch my door, girl. I can fight. Don't play with a tiger, because bitch, I don't play that either. I'm from Iowa, but I don't play. Don't talk about punching me in the throat. No, that's not cool. No.
Did we just get serious?
We get serious talking about punching me in the throat? Like, come on.
Let's hold on. Are we serious right now?
I can let it go, but I'm just saying, I'm telling you that
real fast, because here's the thing. I was only joking. And I say it all the time. Like, girl, I'll punch you in your throat. Like, stop playing with me. Like,
you said, don't get punched in the throat. Like, I don't know you to know that that's a joke.
Why would I continue to tell
start.
you?
No, I'm gonna fucking start because you want to tell me, you ask me what the fuck, and then you fucking pop off. So why the fuck would I not get mad at you? You do this every motherfucking day. Like, don't fucking start with me. Every motherfucking day.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I said, I'm fucking cool. I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm fucking cool. And last night, we fucking stayed up trying to think over all the fucking options to make sure you're fucking cool.
You
and every fucking day, you popping off on us.
You don't have to make sure I'm cool.
Okay, fine.
What you need to do is calm down.
You know what?
That's
what you need to fucking do is calm down and stop popping off on everybody.
Nobody stop. Somebody call me a bitch. I'm just gonna start yanking.
Then do it.
Then say it.
I said, then do it.
Then say it.
Do it.
Then say it.
Then say it because I don't.
Online, I saw some information on this that Lolo Jones was allegedly kicked off the show because she slapped Tamar's glasses off. People's like, oh, you know, Lolo's a fighter. She's an athlete. She could fight. She could do this. She could do that. And it's like, it don't matter if you're an athlete or whatever. Anybody can get whooped any day. This is kind of Tamar's fault because Tamar went into this competition and she kind of has this mentality that I've seen before in the past where it's like she's very harsh on her own people. But when it comes to like white people, she's always letting them into her business. She's always trying to be buddy-buddy with them and then they turn on her. And in the past, like where white people have done things that were racist, Tamar has defended it. Like with Julianne Hough, I remember during Halloween, she dressed in blackface and Tamar defended it. And also with the whole Delta Airlines issue where they clearly were racially profiling her. She didn't take it that way. She said she didn't think it was about race. She thought that they just saw the personality that she portrayed on TV and they expected her to be one way and she's actually another way. My thing is like, how many white people actually watch the Braxton Family Values? You got to think about that. How many white people actually know Tamar Braxton? Now, I'm sure some know her, but when we're talking about Tony, I feel like more whites know Tony than they know Tamar, and I'm just being honest. Now, in terms of Lolo, I can't stand Lolo Jones. Lolo Jones is one of those, she doesn't get publicity off her own merit. She gets publicity because she's mixed and she looks white, and it's effed up because there are athletes that are actually talented, like black women like Dawn Harper, who actually has a gold medal. Lolo Jones doesn't have any freaking medals. I think she's like an Olympic triathlete. She does bobsledding, she does track, she does some other sports, but she's never won a gold medal. But the actual talented athletes, they don't get the same media attention because they don't have that mixed look. And it's effed up because, again, colorism transcends just modeling and television. It's every freaking where. It's in sports, it's on the job, it's everywhere we turn. There's black women being kicked out of jobs because of their hair texture type. And so for Lolo Jones to think, oh, well, it's just because I'm popular. But what are you popular for? You're only popular because you're like the Anna Kournikova of track. Like, you just have the quote unquote look. She got a masculine back and a masculine build, but you know, she does have an attractive face. However, her talent is like mediocre. Also, some of the racially insensitive things that she's had to say in the past. Somebody actually dressed for her on Halloween and the person just said, hey, you know, all I need is a hurdle. And what she said was basically like, you don't just need a hurdle, you need to relax it too. I haven't rocked curls since high school. I understand her hair is straight, but still, it's like the girl has on the outfit. She is lighter skinned. She could have passed for you. But she also made some comments about Rachel Jontel, where we all know Rachel Jontel was slow. She pretty much contributed to that case being blown. And Lolo Jones basically compared her to Madea. Rachel Jontel looked so irritated during the cross-examination that I burned it on DVD, and I'm gonna sell it as Madea goes to court. She's one of these biracials that she doesn't claim herself as being white or black. She's actually made some comments where she thanked Taye Diggs and said, you know, thanks for making this book about mixed people, and that her mother didn't want her to only claim black because she carried her for 9 months, and that she doesn't want to erase her half white side. She also stated that the only race that she claims is the 100-meter hurdles. And I'm just like, well, if you're claiming that, why can't you snag the gold in the Olympics? But hey, that's none of my business. So my thing is, if you're not going to claim you're black or white, don't try to throw shots at black people, our texture, our community, etc. And I also need for some of our black people to stop trying to claim those like Lolo as black, because when she went off on Tamar, I saw a lot of black people people saying things like, oh, well, her black side's coming out. And there is a person that clearly stated they do not identify as black, but when they get quote unquote bucked or they're about to fight, then black people's like, ooh, her black side came out. Stop doing that, because what you're saying is that black people are ghetto, and when we get into conflicts with people, we're gonna get into a physical fight, and showing your black side is being aggressive and violent. We have to get out of that way of thinking. But I think in this case, even though Tamar has some ways I can't stand, she also went off on Iyanla, calling her the devil and stuff like that. I just think she needs help. Like, I saw her break down. It's hard for me to gauge if this is TV or if she actually needs some sort of therapeutic assistance, some sort of cathartic system for her to release all of this negative energy. But I also feel like with Tamar, she needs to get a grip, and I hope she learns from this that these white folks that you be running behind when you get in conflict with black people are not your friends. I understand that after she and Kandi had the issues that they had, they ended up making up, but my thing is, you could have done that from gate when you had a problem with her. You didn't have to vent to these white folks and make them feel like, you know, oh, well, every chance I get, I'm gonna talk bad about Kandi, but that's who you have to turn around and ask for help when things go awry. So let me know what you guys feel about this Lolo Jones and Tamar Braxton situation. Do you feel like Lolo Jones is in the right? Do you feel like Tamar is in the right? Again, I really hope that black people take away from this that we should be able to resolve conflict with one another when things are going bad, because we do not have allies outside of our community. And so unless your life is in immediate danger or whatever, I feel like that's a time for you to try to resort to other communities for assistance. But if it's like a simple disagreement or whatever, I feel like we should be able to come to one another and stop trying to appease these people who never gave a F about us to begin with. So anyways, guys, let me know if you ever saw the show. Let me know if you watch it. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!